Hello and welcome to the program. This is Energy and You, a show that brings you weekly developments in Nigeria's energy sector with a focus on NNPC Limited. I'm Egusa Igumbo. Coming up, NNPC Limited continues to engage with major key players in the energy sector as a strategic approach to foster collaboration and build a high-performance culture. And our focus is on TRIFA, a cutting-edge tree fuel technology pioneered by NNPC Limited's Research, Technology and Innovation Unit. It allows freedom and flexibility of fuel choice. Stick around for details of these and more in just a moment. Thanks for staying with us. We begin this episode with reports of more engagements between the leadership of NNPC Limited and major key players in the energy sector. These meetings are clearly reflecting the deliberate efforts by the company to pursue stronger strategic partnerships that will not only deliver value for NNPC Limited and its partners, but also propel growth in the industry and consequently impact the Nigerian economy. Well, here is Energy Recap, a weekly diary of events at NNPC Limited, as well as top energy stories from across the globe.
The Group CEO of NNPC Limited, Mr. Bayo Ojulari, hosted a delegation from Sahara Group, led by the co-founder and executive director, Mr. Tokwe Shonubi, at the NNPC Towers in Abuja. The visit focused on expanding partnerships in oil, gas and power sectors to boost data and infrastructure growth. Both parties pledged to collaborate on driving growth and development in the energy sector, leveraging their strength and commitment to work together towards promoting a more sustainable energy future.
Today, what you have is that you have an integrated NNPC with, I would say, IOC mentality, private sector mentality, and of course, civil order mentality. And I think with that diversity and that coordination, be rest assured that we, the participants in industry, expect the best from you. And when you give us the best, we want more. And I would say, may God give you the capacity to give us far more than we even knew existed.
With Sahara, I've looked at some of the interfaces, some of which you've covered, both from trading down to upstream and other areas of collaborations. I think our partnership framework is that we have a determination to be the best partner that you have. That's our commitment. We also have to make sure that we show to the world what good partnership can deliver, because we know what that takes.
In a related development, this collaborative spirit was further echoed in a subsequent meeting with ExxonMobil, where the GCEO, Mr. Bayo Ojulari, and ExxonMobil's managing director, Mr. Shane Harris, focused on reinforcing their existing partnership. The emphasis on shared value creation signals a robust relationship aimed at addressing industry challenges. NNPC Limited and Africa Finance Corporation are exploring a strategic partnership to drive energy security and infrastructure development in Nigeria. The collaboration aims to mobilize investments, financing, and innovative financial solutions to support critical projects.
That we've done more than $5 billion of business with NNPC across many aspects of what we do, including financing. We secured board approval for $250 million to participate in Project Leopard, which is something that had never happened before for AFC to provide long-term financing for NNPC. And it's intentional because I believe that NNPC is the most important company in Nigeria.
I think it's important for you to continue to work with our team and the post team in particular, and then the respective businesses, as the case may be. And I want to also create the right financing structure that is long-term focused, not just short-term element to really bring back those assets.
The group CEO of NNPC Limited, Mr. Bayo Ojulari, also took a significant step forward in leveraging data analytics for strategic decision-making when he hosted a delegation from Wood Mackenzie, a leading global provider of data analytics and consulting expertise. The discussions focused on utilizing advanced data analytics to meet presidential targets and enhance operational capabilities.
this partnership, and hopefully this won't be my first trip or my last trip to Nigeria and NNPC. I do also want to mention I'll be at ADIPEC in November. I think you'll hopefully be there. Maybe we could use that as a time where we can get together and then see how much progress our teams have made.
Quite exciting also to hear about you being parachuted into the organization from a different perspective for reasons of growth and sort of strategic capture of the future.
The Governance, Risk and Compliance GRC division of NNPC Limited recently organized a due diligence workshop to enhance risk management and compliance practices across the company. The session equipped staff from various business units with practical knowledge and tools for effective risk assessment and decision making.
This is a commitment for the company towards ethical excellence. The market space in which we will operate, the NNPC we're transiting into, is a company that must stand in the same footing with the IOCs and NOCs alike. And this provides us with an opportunity to ensure that we showcase that we're a company of ethical excellence and we are moving towards a global energy company of choice.
It is imperative that we do due diligence, all-round due diligence, and also integrity due diligence.
It brought us to speed and more like exposed us to how we can now screen our vendors and bring about due diligence into NNPC Limited procurement, contracting, and even our JV partnership.
Beyond external collaborations, internally, NNPC Limited is committed to cultivating a high-performance culture within its workforce. The recent workshop organized by the Health, Safety and Environment HSE division of the company focused on creating an environment where excellence is a priority, equipping staff with the tools and strategies needed to streamline processes and enhance accountability.
The whole essence of the program is to create a culture of high performance within the team. And in order for us to create a high performance culture in a team, to ginger that high performance, people will need to be very clear on what responsibility means, what accountability means, what ownership means, and of course, how to work in a team.
Our accountability, responsibility roles, and team building to help us improve in our performance. And we also use that opportunity to unveil our newly refurbished bus on our critical infrastructure and equipment development.
Thermal power generation in China, fueled mainly by coal, fell to 2.3% in April amid weak overall power output. China's thermal power generation was 449.1 billion kilowatt-hours last month, data from the National Bureau of Statistics showed. Over the first 4 months of the year, thermal power generation fell 4.1% to 1.98 trillion kilowatt-hour year-to-date. Natural gas-fired power plants also contribute a small portion to thermal power generation. Meanwhile, hydropower, China's second-largest power source, fell 6.5% to 78.6 billion kilowatt-hour in March. Oil slipped on Monday, weighed down by Moody's downgrade of the U.S. sovereign credit rating and official data that showed slowing growth in China's industrial output and retail sales. Both developments raised concerns over the outlook for the world's two biggest economies and oil consumers, a week after Beijing and Washington's agreement to roll back most tariffs on each other's goods pushed oil prices higher. Brent crude futures edged down 34 cents to $65.07 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude slipped by 27 cents to $62.22. Investors are keeping an eye on progress in the Iran-US nuclear talks, with uncertainty over the outcome limiting losses in oil prices.
It was a very good meeting. What we look forward to is continue to develop a symbiotic relationship. There's a lot of energy in NNPC today, and we look forward to joining that energy and being part of that energy.
Now, as the world transitions towards cleaner and more sustainable energy solutions, Nigeria is not left out, but it's making giant strides in the energy sector to meet global targets. NNPC Limited Research, Technology and Innovation Division is pioneering a game-changing tri-fuel technology, commonly referred to as TriFab. What do you know about this technology? Well, let's find out in this developing story and everything that NNPC Limited is cooking behind the scenes.
At the heart of NNPC Limited's Research, Technology and Innovation RTI division, a groundbreaking innovation has emerged, the tri-fuel, or TriFa for short. A functional prototype that runs on petrol, liquefied petroleum gas LPG, and compressed natural gas CNG, TriFa is not yet on Nigerian roads, but it's already gaining international attention. TriFa integrates 3 independent fuel systems connected by a single and dual switch mechanism. Each system is fully functional, complete with tanks, cylinders, valves, adapters, vaporizers, and dashboard gauges.
RTI will sustain incremental innovation and, of course, evolve new technologies to support the competitive differentiation across NNPC's businesses. From inception in 2020 to date, RTI has carried out a number of innovative activities and developed some products which include the TriFa. The TriFa stands for a tri-fueled auto rickshaw. The auto rickshaw is what we colloquially call the keke napep, which we have all over the country. RTI developed a conversion kit that allows the use of 3 different fuel types. All you need to do is switch from one to the other.
But what inspired the development of TriFa, and what challenges were faced during its creation?
The major challenges encountered in the course of developing this feat is addressing the 4 minutes, 30 seconds waiting time to switch from one fuel source to another, either from petrol to gas or from LPG to CNG. And this was finally addressed by our team of engineers and reduced this waiting time to just 15 seconds to transition from any of the fuel type. It's also very encouraging for us to note that with this, other things that we do also stand the opportunity of being recognized. The GDI award given to RTI by Gini has placed us in the international space. It's a recognition that what we're doing here has or is being seen by the world and being acknowledged.
The goal is simple: cleaner mobility without disruption. TriFa's modular design ensures reduced emissions, flexible fuel sourcing, and compatibility with existing engine combustion processes. Now, how does TriFa's tri-fuel capability work, and what are its benefits?
This auto rickshaw runs on 3 fuel sources: CNG, PMS, and LPG, providing sustainable, affordable last mile transportation for rural dwellers and peri-urban dwellers as well. So I'll be showing you some key features of these auto rickshaw. You have the gauges, the pressure gauges for the LPG and the CNG, and you have the gauge for the PMS. You also have the cylinders for the LPG over here.
So I'm switching, this is the PMS switch. I'm switching on to PMS now. I will have to on the ignition to allow fuel to enter into the carburetor because it's not in gaseous form. If it is in gaseous form, I will immediately start. But because it's a liquid fuel, you have to allow fuel to go into the carburetor before starting the tricycle. So I will start now. You see, it's not even up to 15 seconds. We are already on fuel. But if it is a normal conventional distance, it will take you 4 minutes, 30 seconds. You have to wait until the fuel inside the carburetor burns off before you can switch to gas. But with this now, you will see that it will not also take a longer time. Less than that 15 seconds, you are back to gas.
Using the CNG and LPG really cuts down the emissions that we get released into the atmosphere when you drive this auto rickshaw. So it's not just about having an invention out there, but something that will even mean a lot to not just anyone in the population, in the Nigerian population, but also the day-to-day running of lives of people, movement of goods and services from one point to the other.
As RTI continues performance testing, plans are underway to collaborate with government ministries, state transport agencies, and local vehicle assemblers.
We have secured patents for both the BiFA version and the TRIFA version of the Keke Napeps through the Ministry of Trade and Investment. We need to protect the investment that we have made on this, so somebody doesn't come to steal, the technology and replicate it. We're also talking to our investment arms. NNPC has about 3 different investment arms as divisions in the company. They will stand in the forefront of engaging the private sector to see how this can be commercialized.
But how does TRIFA align with Nigeria's energy goals and sustainable development plans?
Gas is a greener way of energy. It burns very clean, so it also helps the environment. If that can be achieved, it will also help to achieve the ambition of Mr. President, especially as has to do with his renewed hope agenda on energy sustainability.
TRIFA, as an initiative, seeks to incorporate the use of LPG, CNG, and petrol in our logistical infrastructure, such as tricycles, haulage trucks, and other modes of transportation. And so that keys perfectly into the long-term goal, the energy goal of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where we want to transition into an era where we can actually incorporate the use of cleaner, more affordable, and more sustainable sources of energy to power homes, to power businesses and industries.
With respect to the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the TRIFA, which is our Tri-Fueled Keke Napep development, fits into items 7 and 13 of these goals, which are affordable, clean energy, and of course, climate action respectfully.
What then are the key challenges and opportunities for TRIFA's adoption in Nigeria and globally?
This is going to bring that much needed ease as a cleaner and more affordable substitute for what we're used to before. But yes, with every innovation, as much as there are opportunities, there could be limitations. So for me, to overcome these limitations will be massive investment in this initiative. It will require partnership, it will require government funding, as well as private sector participation. So I hope that the NNPC will be afforded the various funding channels available for government and both the private sector to be able to make this available.
For TRIFI to thrive, for people to enjoy it, I hope and I wish that government look at what has been achieved in the CNG circle and try to expand it beyond what we have now to ensure that the TRIFI initiative works.
The challenge that we are currently experiencing, which I'm sure will go away with time, in deploying these kits, making it available for the industry, for the market to use, has to do with limited number of possible outlets that these can be retrofitted. But I'm sure we'll achieve that, we'll overcome that with time. We also have a challenge of limited LPG and CNG gas stations because we're moving away from use of fuel since we are abundantly blessed with gas, which is cleaner energy. But the growth that we're experiencing is gradual in having these stations where these keke napeps can be fueled. The opportunities are limitless. The market is very big. It has nationwide footprint, and because it's also flexible, a rider can carry 2 or 3 different fuel sources at the same time, and if he runs out of fuel for one, he just switches to another. So it really allows the keke napeps to even cover greater distances. Of course, it will help create employment.
TRIFA stands to bring significant economic benefits to Nigeria, including job creation and reduce fuel imports. Some Nigerians shared their thought on the initiative.
If the government will help the masses to, access more of this product to make it common, replacing it with the ones we have before, it will be a very great issue. We appreciate it.
Like, I've had cases where I'm in the tricycle like that, and then fuel got finished, and the filling station is not close by, petrol stand is not close by, and we have to start pushing. But with this development, you can rush into a gas station, a gas stand, and fill back to continue your journey. I think it's a welcome idea.
To help us in business, and when I see it, I see that there is no smoke on it, nothing like stress on it. I'm so happy about it.
I was even eager to see they have launched it in the market so that I myself can even buy it for my own purpose. So because I know, inshallah, I will gain a lot. If I buy like 2 or 3 and put it in the market, I know, inshallah, in the next 6 months, I can get the money that I can even afford to buy even 10 or 15 with that little achievement.
As NNPC's Research, Technology and Innovation Division continues performance testing, the goal is to take TRIFA from prototype to nationwide deployment. TRIFA is a vision of cleaner streets, empowered drivers, and a Nigerian energy future that balances reality with innovation. Join us as we explore more innovative solutions, shaping Nigeria's energy future.
Tomorrow. So come on, let's go. You're still watching Energy and You. On Community Connect this week, the need to equip young Nigerians with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics skills has never been greater. As the world moves forward in these critical fields, NNPC Limited, through its social impact arm, NNPC Foundation, is bridging the knowledge gap and providing students with the resources they need to thrive in a technology-driven world. In School for the Gifted, Gwagwalada in Abuja, the foundation formally commenced the Phase 2 of the STEM Books and Shelves Distribution Project. This initiative aims to empower 25 secondary schools across 24 states and the Federal Capital Territory with 25,000 STEM books and mini libraries.
First of all, the books supplied to us were strictly science books, which is a very good help to us because we're in like our last lap here, SS3, and we need all the help we can get, different sources of information and knowledge, and also our library is not that equipped with books, so these books have been a very good addition to our library, and also other students will be encouraged to visit the library more and read these books. The books were very well picked out, they're very detailed with different topics. It was was just a big wow. NNPC, thank you so much.
As a student, I've seen firsthand how much the science students struggle with the STEM subjects, maths, biology, physics, chemistry. So this is quite a huge help. They're one of the most feared subjects, and with the help of this library, we're able to fall in love with reading, studying, learning more about the STEM subjects. So I have to say a very big thank you to NNPC Limited, because it's not quite often for a foundation to give preference to books and the library. So this is a huge step up, and I give a big kudos to the foundation.
These generations are yet to even come into the school because these books are going to stay for a very long time here. I think people that their parents will not be able to provide for them, will not be able to get books for them, is going to actually help them to at least enjoy what other students who are more privileged than them are enjoying. They'll be able to read and they won't have excuses, will have access to assignments. It's NNPC Limited. I would really like to say that I'm very grateful. The school as in general, on behalf of the students, I would say that we are very grateful, we are happy, the school management is happy. This is going to help us, so I think you guys have really done a great work for us. Thank you.
I'm really glad, I'm excited because even if I'm not a science student, mathematics is included among the books that were supplied to us. At least I can gain one or two things from them. And I'll not only talk on behalf of myself, I'm the head girl of the school, so on behalf of my other science students, I'm sure they are really glad and very happy because something like this is very miraculous. We didn't even expect it and we are very glad. Thank you to NNPC Limited for choosing our school to be among those that books will be donated to. Our library now, I'm sure it's full and people will love to come see the new books that have been brought, like when our SS1s and 2s come after the extension. It's really nice.
Very, very happy. And my students are also happy because without books, they cannot move ahead. This will help to enhance their reading culture. Once they come in, they have already started making use of it. We are all grateful. I thank you people very much.
This is Energy in You. Remember, you can be part of the program by simply following and engaging with us on all our social media handles. Please like, share, and drop a comment or feedback on any of the channels showing on your screen. Well, here are a few comments from some of our viewers. Our first mail is from Chukudi, who writes from Enugu, saying, Blessing Umbago's story on the free eye screening resonated deeply. My aunt in Abia also received cataract surgery through NNPC Foundation. You are restoring hope, one eye at a time. Please expand this outreach to more rural areas. And Grace in Ibadan says, from STEM books to eye care, NNPC's CSR is unmatched. The librarian's gratitude at the Gwagwalada School reminded me of community-centric growth. Feature more beneficiary testimonials. They humanize your work. Well, we appreciate the feedback. Please keep them coming. We might be reading yours in the next episode. You'll never know. And that's the show tonight. If you missed any part of it or previous episodes, you can catch up by scanning the QR code on your screen now. Thanks for watching. Let's do this again next time. I'm Egusa Igumbo. Bye for now.